Hello, viewers. It's Cynthia Michael from Three Views, bringing you a new podcast from myself called The Super Sentai View. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, so you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, it's under 18. This audio podcast recording will contain adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then these are good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Donbrothers. So basically, this episode starts out like this. We see Sunai, we start off with Sunai in the park enjoying himself painting, enjoying himself painting a picture of the park and people inside it. So basically, Sonai was in the park enjoying himself painting, was enjoying himself painting a picture of the park and the people inside it. And meanwhile, we see Sansa, reading the latest chapter of the Yellow Rangers manga series and was moved by it. And it's like, you know what? He told the Yellow Ranger, Hara, like, this is some good work. This is your greatest work. So basically, like, there's no need for me to judge your work anymore. And basically, it was about to walk out of Black Kaido's work was walking out of Black Kaido's cafe, and basically, the other way is like, wait a minute, ever since you started giving me advice on my manga, my skills has improved. So basically, I like to keep you around, I need to keep you around and judging my manga work. So basically, Someone's just like, honestly, you don't need me anymore, but since you asked, I still will help you with your, judge your manga work and whatnot. Your manga work and whatnot. So anyway, everybody seems to, so far, two out of the members of the main trio was enjoying themselves. But as for Saomi, she was still waiting on the Black Ranger to take down that Beastly, who is posing as his wife. And basically, once the Black Ranger destroyed the Beastly, who is posing as his wife, his true wife will be dead, and basically she's gonna swoop in and make the Black Ranger hit her. So basically, Sun Omi has love feeling towards the Black Ranger Isba. So basically, she told him some false information about if you destroy the Beastly, your wife will be free. But but that's not true. If you destroy the Beastly, that is copy a person that person also will die as well. So basically, she's hoping that, by getting rid of his wife, she can have a chance with Isma, the Black Ranger. So anyway, Yoshi was hanging out, and he was telling his wife, who is a Beastly, that's the same Beastly that is posing as the Black Ranger's wife, to stay in the house, because, he doesn't want anything to happen to him, and plus he's not really facing the reality of this whole situation, that, this is not, despite everything, this is not a which like this is not not facing the truth that he is a bit, he knows that he is a beastly, and basically and just so desperate, or so desperate to hold on to her, and doesn't want anything to happen to her. So basically, he just locks her in the house in the glass. So anyway, all the Rangers met up at Black Kyler's Cafe, and basically because of Isabel. So basically, Isabel explained that, I know that you guys had been, dealing with Beasley. So basically, Isabel said that I know that you guys have encountered Beasley before, but I had some information about the Beasley. So basically, I'm if you destroy the Beastly, the person that the Beastly copy will be set free. So basically, Isabel was telling the others about him being in the Beastly world and whatnot, blah blah blah, about the false information that Sun only gave him and whatnot. But he said that only Sun only gave him that false information, and that so basically everybody was like, he Isabel knows a lot about the Beastly. So basically, Isabel, and nobody, so nobody was wondering maybe that Isabel is the Black Ranger, and Isabel was not wondering with his conversation with the others that they might be the rest of the Rangers. So basically, after Mobitaro was kind of suspicious of that false explanation, about the story of the Beastly and whatnot, and basically instead of saying nothing, he just let Israel go and try to take down that Beastly. So anyway. So only he had a conversation with Sonomi, why have you take down that beastly that was posing your wife? If you take down that beastly who's posing as your wife, your wife will be free, and we're still praying, we're still trying to get him to destroy the Beastly, and therefore, in the process of killing his wife and whatnot. So anyway. So anyway, Isabel managed to, the Beastly who was posing as Isabel's wife, got out of the apartment, out of the apartment, and basically, Isabel countered the Beastly who was posing as wife, and they get into a fight. So basically, while the fight was going on, so Omi was watching, and basically, it started to have flashbacks about how the Black Ranger was talking about all the good things about his wife, and she started to feel guilty about this whole started to feel guilty and have second thoughts about her whole plan to set up the Black Wing to destroy the Beastly in the process of killing his wife. So basically, the Black Wing just summoned the Dawn Mama Summer Sword, and basically wounded the Beastly who was posing as his wife. So basically, the final though he struck the final blow, so only saved the Beastly who was posing as the Black Ranger's wife, and basically the Beastly the Beastly got away thanks to Sun Only, and so basically and Isabel was what the hell are you doing? Isabel, and that's when Sun Only came clean. That's when Sun Only, it was he had a bad cut from the Dawn Mama Summer Sword. So basically, the Black Ranger, took Rangers, just talking about this and was trying to figure out, not really trying to figure out, not really noticing that maybe that is the Black Ranger after the conversation, after the meeting they just had. So anyway, so basically Jara was asking Mobutaro that, I'm going home to go see Remy, his so-called girlfriend, going back to see my girlfriend and my adopted father. So basically it was asking Mobutaro and few of the others, if you guys want to come to my hometown. So basically, Momotaro and some of the others agreed to go with Jiro back to his hometown, to meet his so-called girlfriend and his adopted father, the policeman who lives in that small mountain town and whatnot, and meet his friends as well. So anyway, when Ichoshi got back, the Pink Ranger got back to the apartment, so basically Ichoshi was heading back to his apartment. So anyway, so basically, everybody was starting to leave the rest of the Rangers left the Black Tiger's Cafe, and basically we see Motaro, bump into an injured Beastly that was posted as a Black Ranger fly. And he asked the Beastly, is it true? The thing you told me about, it's a Beastly, a Beastly who copies a person gets killed. If that person also thought it's true, and the Beastly said yes. So basically, and also Motaro said, was asking the Beastly that why are you guys doing this? Why are you Beastlies are doing this? So basically, the Beastly was saying we want to be just like humans. So basically, to be happy and have feelings as well. So basically, the Beastlies, some of our species want to be just like humans, have feelings, enjoy ourselves and whatnot. And basically the Beastly who posted as far as as the Black Ranger rise, went back to the apartment, and Joshi found him, and basically Isbar told so basically the Beastly told him it was Isbar who attacked her and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, somewhere else, Omi came clean with Isbar and told him that he lied about, told her that I have feelings for you, so I lied about the Beastly, lied about you, I lied about the whole Beastly, killing the whole Beastly was setting your life free, gave you that false information, and Isbar was pissed off as hell. It's what, screw you, son Omi. And basically, and that's when Samai and Sandra said, I was wow, don't worry about this Black Ranger, we're gonna deal with this. So basically, the Black Ranger went and we ran off, pissed off at Omi. It's whatever you guys do, I don't care. So anyway. So basically, Samai and Sandra said that you started to act like humans, so therefore you were starting to act like a human, so therefore we will have to execute you by our laws. So basically, Samai was about to kill a woman, son only, but he couldn't do it. Sandra tried to kill Saomi, but he couldn't do it either. So basically, like they both said that you know what, we're just like you now. We're beginning to act like humans as well, just like you. So basically, like if we can't kill you. So basically, like if you still want to help the Black Ranger, go ahead, Son Omi. And basically, Son Omi went to go find the Black Ranger and try to make this, and try to make the situation right with him. So anyway. So basically, Ishbal, the Black Ranger, was at Black Kyler's shop, and Black Kyler told him that, oh, it's Yoshi wants to talk to you somewhere in a parking lot. So basically, Ishbal headed to the parking lot and met up with Yoshi. And Yoshi was like, why did you attack my wife? And and Ishbal said, oh, come on, man, you know that she's a beast. You need to wake up and face reality. And basically, they started to fight each other, and basically, and so basically, Ishbal had pretty much had the upper hand against the Black Ranger. While that was going on, a Nakamaz, the base of Spider-Man, was causing trouble in nearby office building. So basically, this office worker was trying to get attention at his job, but he was failing at it, and basically he transformed into a Nakamaz base of Spider-Man. So anyway, it's how he transformed into his Pink Ranger form, and it's transformed into his Black Ranger form. So basically, they went flying into the parking lot, and basically, and that's when HSC got the upper hand, forcing the Black Ranger to do more, and he fought to finish him off. And basically, that's when Son Omi showed up and basically took the blast took the gunfire from HSC's gun for his bomb blaster gun, and basically it ended up saving the Black Ranger. So basically, the Black Ranger was shocked that even though he was pissed at Omi, he was shocked that she ended up saving him from almost being killed by the Pink Ranger and from the Pink Ranger. So basically, Josie de-transformed out of his Ranger form and felt real bad that he hurt for hurting Son Omi. So anyway, that's when the Bioman monster showed up and started to cause a scene, and basically the rest of the Rangers showed up, and basically this is the first time in this whole fucking series we see all six Rangers, morph together and deal with the Bioman monster and work together as a team to basically take down the Bioman monster, and basically once they did take down the Bioman monster while going into Megazord mode. So basically, they was able to take down the Bioman monster while the monster growing into a giant monster, and in the way they're using their Megazord powers, using their Megazord form powers and whatnot. So anyway, Son Omi took from the blast from the cut of Donbrothers sword and the blast from the Dawn Blaster of the Pink Ranger's Dawn Blaster, Son Omi was dead. So basically, out of nowhere, so basically, we see Ishbal and Son Omi in the ring, and Son Omi was basically passed away in the Black Ranger's arm, and that's when Black Kaido showed up in the ring with an umbrella. He said that there's a way to bring her back. So basically, we see Black Kaido's laptop, and turns out the Black Ranger has a lot of points. So basically, the Black Ranger used his points to bring Son Omi back to life, and basically, like, so basically, once Omi came back to life, thanks to the Black Ranger using his torch on Black Kaido's laptop to wish her to come back to life. So basically, even though the Black Ranger was glad that she was back to lie, that she's alive again. She was like, what? Don't talk to me. Don't try to talk to me. I don't want to see you again and whatnot. And basically, returning that, after you lied to me, I don't want you to talk to me or talk to me. I don't want to see you again. And basically left her in the rain, or this basically left Omi in the rain and whatnot. So anyway, later that night, we see the other ranger. The other ranger, which completely forgot that is the Black Ranger, and basically when she went to sleep, was trying to go to sleep that night, she realized that Isbal is the Black Ranger. So basically, all the other rangers didn't have this problem. And basically, the other Ranger completely forgot that she witnessed Isbal transform into the Black Ranger, and basically, she realized that before she went to sleep, that that Isbal is the Black Ranger, and basically, this episode ended on a stupidity note. So basically, at this point, the episode ended on what the other ways are highlight, remembering that it's the Black Ranger, and basically just how the episode ended on this note, on a stupid note. So anyway, this was a good episode. This episode really got some good drama to it, but it ended on a kind of stupid note with the other Ranger just forgetting that she witnessed the Black Ranger that Isbal transformed into the Black Ranger. So anyway, we finally got, so basically it will be very good to see the Rangers finally interact together, and now they all know their identities and whatnot. So anyway, this was a good episode. Anyway, what do you guys think? Hey, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know. Anyway, turn it off. 1.